Hello ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to do a demo for the LeChatelier lab, actually the LeChatelier Prelab. So you will need to write this information down in your Prelab. The first test tube is the control. So looking at the control, you can see that that's kind of a bluish green color there. So record that. There's no change or stress that we're adding to the control. For the second test tube, it tells us to increase the temperature. So I have a hot water bath that I am going to add that test tube to. And then I also have a cold water bath for test tube 3 that I'm going to add test tube 3 to. Now over time you can see the color change there. For test tube 2, the color of the test tube is really turning a very pretty green color. What's happening there is that we're increasing the energy of the system. And with an increase in energy of the system, it's going to push the reaction to the opposite side. So it pushes it to the left side, which is why it is turning green. For the ice water bath for test tube 3 there, you can see that it is turning blue over time. What we're doing here is we're decreasing energy, and when we decrease the energy of the system, it's going to pull the reaction towards where energy is located, which is on the right. So it pulls the reaction towards the right side, which is why the solution is turning blue. Blue is a signal of it being on the right side of the reaction. The next stress that we're going to implement or change is adding lead 2 nitrate to test tube 4. When I add lead 2 nitrate, what I'm doing is I'm adding lead ions and nitrate ions. It's in an aqueous solution. And as I add that lead 2 nitrate, we're gonna have to swap these. I mix that up. As I add the lead 2 nitrate, the nitrate and the lead, I'm missing it here we go, react with the solution inside. What happens is the lead and the chloride combine to form lead 2 chloride, which is insoluble in solution. So you see it as a precipitate. That's that white solid that you're seeing there. You also notice that it turns more blue. What happens is when the lead reacts with the chloride, it has the same effect as removing chloride from solution. And when you remove the chloride, it's going to pull the reaction to the side of where that chloride is. So it's going to pull the reaction to the right and make the solution more blue. Now, the last change we're going to implement is adding sodium chloride. Adding sodium chloride in the aqueous form, what that does is it adds a source of chloride ions to the solution. So I'm increasing the concentration of chloride. And when I increase the concentration of chloride, the reaction is going to shift to the opposite direction. So it shifts to the left side of the reaction, and on the left side of the reaction is where the reaction is green. So you can see that solution turns more green. So in your pre-lab, make sure you note all of the color changes and the shifts, which direction, left or right, and the reasons why the reaction shifted.